Hello and welcome to Shamrock Rovers Fan TV, and today I have my match preview for Shamrock Rovers against Bohemians at Tallaght Stadium at 2 o'clock on the 5th of September. Now I have no doubt that this is probably the biggest game, not just for both of these teams, but probably in the League of Ireland. It's always the biggest game of the season, the Dublin Derby. It's a massive game. Form never matters for a game like this, and it's normally the big game of the year, but the boat clubs and the fans look forward to. This game's probably going to make everyone hate football without fans even more, because it's really annoying that you can't go to big games like this, but I'm sure Rovers fans will be supporting them from wherever they are, and not just in Ireland but all over the world. Now let's talk about Bohs. As we know, they're second in the league. Their last game was a win against Cabinteely in the FAI Cup to book their place in the quarterfinals, including teams like Rovers that they could play us in it. I think they've had a great season, and I think they've overperformed. I think everyone expected them to get third, and second would just be incredible. Never mind first. I think for this game, their key player will be Danny Grant. I think he's a great player. I think Chris Tordock could do very well in this game as well. I think Dan Mandrew, he was out and he hasn't really been starting, but if he starts, he'll be great for Bohs. They're all smashing players. They've got James Talbot, who hasn't started every game this season. He didn't play. He played against us in the first game, but he got injured in that game and hasn't really got back into the team since then. But McGuinness, as Bohs fans have said, has done very well coming in. So I don't know who to expect to play, but I know that they are a good team and they can very well beat any team in this league. If we want to beat them, we will beat them, and I think we do want to beat them. And I think with the team we have, if we want to win, we put in everything we have, we can win a game. Now on to my lineup for the game. Alamanis in goal with a 5-4-1 formation. I think Alamanis has to start this game. He could be crucial because I think Bohs, they're very good going forward. They could get quite a few shots away, so I think he'll be crucial for this game. So Alamanis, we need to keep him fit. He will be fit for the game, but we just need to make sure that nothing happens to him in the next around 24 hours, or even less. But during the game, even, we have to make sure he's fully ready, and we need to get a good warm-up because he's going to be used a lot, I think. Now at left wing back, I've gone with Danny Lafferty, who I think definitely deserves to start. He did very well against Cork, scoring them 2 goals. I think he was man of the match for that game, so I don't see why you shouldn't be starting. If Kavanagh was here, I think he'd be able to start. If the Cork game didn't happen, as Danny Lafferty got man of the match, you can't really get man of the match and not start. But I think Danny Lafferty will get in, and I think he should. And at right wing back, Ronan Finn, he has to start. In a massive game like this, you can't not play the engine to our team. Like, I think in the European game, he did very well in that game, but even if he didn't play well on the ball, he's super off the ball. We're very well organised for him in the team, so I think there's no way he can't start a big game like this. Now, as the first centre-back, I've gone with Joey O'Brien. I think he has to start. He's a bit like Ronan Finn. We're very well organised. He's a very good commanding player, so I think he has to start. And beside him, Lee Grace. He's one of the best centre-backs in the league, no doubt. I think any team would take him, including Bohs. So he'll be a big part of this game. Normally in a Dublin Derby, they kind of hoof the ball up the pitch quite a lot. And he'll be very good because he's very good in the air. And his partner in defence normally, and someone else is going to start in defence, he's very good in the air, Roberto Lopez. He's got a lot of stick from Bohs fans after leaving Bohs to join Rovers. So I think he's going to really want to play well in this game, and as every player would, because it's a massive, massive game. Now, as the first centre is Gary O'Neill. I think he has to start. His work rate is incredible. You never see it in the highlights. I think there's no way Stephen Bradley can pick a team without him in it when he's fit. And Aaron McInnes is going to play beside him, I think, and I think Stephen Bradley will, and I hope he does, because he is going to be a crucial part to us if we can win it. I think we will win it. I don't see any reason that Bohs could well beat us. They could beat us I don't think we won't be well beaten. It'll be a very tight game. So if they do beat us, I think they'll only nick it by a goal. But I don't see that happening. If you stay tuned to the end of the video, I will say my score prediction for the game. Now, as the left midfielder, Graham Burke has to be. He's a Rovers fan. He's been a Rovers fan all his life. I think it'll mean so much to him if we can win the league. So I think he'll put in 120%, and even probably more than that, even though you can't go more than 100%. But I think it'll mean a lot to him even to beat Bohs, because it's a big game, Dublin Derby. So I think every player knows how big this game is, and I think every single player will put in as much as they can. And as the right midfielder, Jack Byrne, he'll be a golden key to our success in this game. He hasn't been as good as he was before the break. He was very good against Finn Harps, but the last few games hasn't been as good, and I don't think that's him not performing as well. Just the team, we haven't performed very well in the games against Derry, Pats and Shells. In the Ilves game, we played great, and we played well in the Cork game. It wasn't as good as we probably could have played. We probably should have beat them a bit better, but it's still a win. And the Shells game and Pats, they are still points. Just we should have got points. If we lose this game against Bohs and we don't win the league, we'll look back on that and we'll think them games were massive and we really should have won them games, because it was an extra 2 points, and 2 points could be the thing in between us and Bohs this season. And up top, Aaron Green, he's a great player. His pressing, I think his scoring goals isn't his strong trait. I think we do need a prolific goal scorer, and we don't have that. Rory Gaffney looks like he could be out after his hamstring injury against Shelburne. Dean Williams, I don't think he's ready to play in a massive game like this. I do think he's a good player, and I think he'll get his chance this season as he did against Cork. But I think he'll get his chance in the league and he'll do well. I just don't think I can start in a massive, massive game like this. Now, on to my score prediction. I think we'll nick a win. I think it'll be 1-0 to us, just like the first game of the season. And I think Roberto Lopez will score against his former club. I think he's going to have a great game, and I think he could get man of the match. I don't think it will be a one-sided game. I think it'll be very tight. I think it'll be quite scrappy and cagey at times. But I think there will be times where both teams will have good amounts of possession and a couple of counter-attacks. But I think Rovers will win this game. I think we have the characters to, even if we do go down 1-0, come back. I know a lot of people have said it will be a draw or Bohs will nick it. I think we will get it, but it's a massive, massive game, and there's a massive opportunity for both sides to properly go for the league. If we win this game, I think there's nothing that can stop us from winning the league. If they win it, it's going to be so close. It's an incredible end to a season. I think Dundalk, they're out of the title race, in my opinion. I don't think they can win it. They only have a new manager, so they wouldn't be expected to get back into the title race. I think they do expect to get some good results, and you always do when you get a new manager, but I wouldn't say they're expecting to come second. And in my opinion, for the Rovers' tactics, I think Jack Byrne and Graham Burke will come in more into a midfield, and they'll be kind of 4 centre mids. I think Aaron Green, I don't think he'll push right up. I think he'll go out into the left, but I hope he doesn't. I think the 2 wing-backs will properly push up. I think Lopez will go up for corners, and so will Grace. I think Joey O'Brien will stay back a little bit. And Gary O'Neill will sit right in front of the defence, and he's always that pass that the defence are in trouble, give it to him, and the pressure is over for them putting the pressure on is kind of over because he's very cool on the ball. I think Aaron McAneff will go a bit more forward and have some long shots, and I think they could well go in. If Aaron McAneff has a shot and it's a very good shot, I think it's very, very likely to go in. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Who's going to win it? Who will score? Come on, the Hoops!